And we're back with the modern format, playing the challenge top 8ing deck of literally yesterday, from the one and only Ice9. So this is the Libor and Taxes Boros land destruction deck. We have played it before on stream, but a quick recap. We're going to be destroying our opponent's lands using a combination of Boom with Cascading Cataracts and Flagstones of Trokair, as well as 12 main deck Stone Rain effects. That's 3 mana for land destruction: Stone Rain, Molten Rain, and Pillage. These have some additional flexibility, but their main purpose in this deck is to destroy a land for 3 mana. On top of that, we've got modern staple Mana Tithe. This is Force Spike in white, so counter target spell unless its controller plays 1. Very important in our deck since we are going to be limiting the amount of mana our opponents have. Lightning Bolt and Oust to deal with creatures. Oust puts it on top of our opponent's library, second from the top. This is really, really good because if we destroy our opponent's lands and then we oust a creature that they can't cast, not only are we getting rid of that permanent, but we're also destroying one of their, or denying them a reasonable draw in the near future. Then we have Lightning Bolt, of course. One of the most important reasons that this deck is viable right now is the card Suppression Field. So this is 1 and a white for an enchantment. We're playing 3 copies main decks in 1 sideboard, and it says activated abilities cost 2 more to activate unless they're mana abilities. And the important thing about this card is that it hits fetch lands. So if we can get into a situation where we put down a Suppression Field and our opponent does not yet have access to 2 mana producing lands, their fetch lands will not be able to go and get a land out of their deck, which is very, very important. You win a lot of games that way. Additionally, this does hit things like Planeswalkers. It hits lots of things that people do not know. It hits Goblin Charbelcher. So there's all sorts of reasons this card is excellent. Hits Salvage Titan. So cycling. So there's just endless numbers of things that this hits. So that's one of the sort of highlights of the deck. And we've got 2 Valakut Awakenings, which helps sometimes we have a bit of a wrong half problem, as well as being land 24 and 25. And then our win condition in the main deck is 2 Magus of the Tabernacle. This is also a reasonable card to actually play out a lot of the time, in that we will be limiting our opponent's mana, and so sometimes forcing them to kill a lot of their own creatures. It's reasonable against Field of the Dead sometimes, and sometimes you can team it up with Magus of the Tabernacle into Boom Bust to destroy all of our opponent's lands, and then they'll sacrifice all their creatures. And then we have Goblin Dark-Dwellers, which functions as a much faster clock. It's a 4/4 menace, and when it comes into play, we get to copy one of our pillages or cast one of our pillages, Stone Rains, Molten Rains out of the graveyard. In our sideboard, we've got Rest in Peace, of course, the premier white card for hosing graveyard strategies. We've got a Ghostly Prison. So we have Ghostly Prison in the main deck. Forgot to mention these guys. There's 3 of them here in the main deck, 1 in the sideboard, just like the Suppression Fields. So this helps us once we've destroyed lands of our opponent. They will have a hard time killing us. We got some Stormbreath Dragons. This is a new addition to the deck. It's very good in that it has protection from white, and one of the most commonly played removal spells in Modern is Path to Exile right now, in addition to the fact that it's a 4/4 with flying and haste. When it enters the battlefield, when it enters the battlefield, it doesn't do anything. When it becomes monstrous, deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. Not likely we'll use that, but it could come up. We got some Boils, we got more Lightning Bolts, we got some Trinispheres. These are really good against a lot of low CMC decks. Things like Rakdos Death Shadow, things like any of the Prowess variants, Burn, because we can fairly easily destroy 1 or 2 of their lands and then set up a Trinisphere, and they won't be able to play anything ever again. We've got a Defense Grid here, just sort of one of random cards, sometimes good against control decks. And then we've got Gemstone Caverns in the sideboard. This almost always comes in when we are on the draw to help us get out a turn 1 land destruction spell or just interact faster. So with all of that, meanwhile, we go into a Modern League. We just had a 3-2 league, very first one ever with Legacy Worldgorger Dragon. That was an absolute blast. So if you didn't catch that, you can catch it in the future on my YouTube, along with lots of other wonderful video content. If Fenno says, "You fool, you forgot to put Worldgorger Dragon in your Worldgorger Dragon deck," a rookie mistake. But then says, "Oh baby, I'm here for some Goblin Dark-Dwellers." Well, so am I. Give him the GDD. I guess I should alter my stream title too. highlight the fact that we're now playing Ice9 Ponza. There we go, updated. Hey, that's Jeff. So we've got the one and only Ice9 hanging out here.
Just give him one of these.
Libor attacks us with the follow. 0 times, Defeno. 0 times. All right. We got Bolt, Ghostly Prison, and a Pillage in the dark. I am going to keep this. We have to draw a little bit of gas here, but I'm not going to throw this out of bed. There was one matchup, Ifeno. I mean, there was more than one matchup where we did it, but there was one matchup where we sideboarded out the whole combo, and we just became a Sultai Splash Red mid-range deck. And in that matchup, we were they did swords my creatures, but they mostly had to swords things like Elks and Ice Van Codals. Opponent is Rastaf. It's like they may be on Black Red or Jund. Oh. Well, Dredge could be a really easy matchup for us, or it could be really tricky. It depends on how quickly they start burning us down, and where the conflagration shows up. So, also how many conflagrations they're playing still. But Pillage into Ghostly Prison into Pillage, either direction. And Magus of the Tabernacle. These are the good ones. These are the cards we want to see. Yeah, the no combo juke is very important in my opinion. I think it's important to have. Looks like the deck was a normal mid-range pile post board that misled opponents with turn 1 Girl Gorger Dragon. I mean, I'm sure there are matchups where it is more or less important to keep the Gorger post board, like especially other combo decks. I would say that's probably more important. So they milled a Life from the Loam. They can dredge 3 here. That's not terribly scary. They milled an Ox of Agonis. Okay, that could be terribly scary. Yeah, this could get bad really quick. We'll see. Yep. Although they can't cast the Ox yet, can they? They don't have enough cards in their graveyard. They have to exile 8. All right. Whew. I mean, but that's so when World Gorger Dragon hit a little bit of hype and they were featured on Leaving a Legacy. I think it was Leaving a Legacy. They did talk about the fact that one of the charms, one of the appeals of playing the World Gorger deck is the fact that it basically you can use a mid-range shell and prop it up, and just like you put this combo in and it's only 9 cards. I say only, but it really is, it's only 9 cards, and you end up with a pretty reasonable game plan. All right, so we're just gonna jam this Ghostly Prison here. No matter how many Creeping Chills they hit us with next turn, they're not going to be able to do anything. It's quite the Slim Jim combo package. Oh, you just said Slim combo package. My brain introduced Slim Jim. Step into a World Gorger. Oh yeah, he's gonna gorge you. Narco Mueba. Very well. Yeah, the reanimation spells were pretty good. We stole our opponent's Hogak at one point. Unfortunately, they were able to have an Assassin's Trophy, but yeah, and then Entomb Tutoring for Uro. So I was lucky that quite a while back I listened to that episode of Leaving a Legacy, so I had like an hour's worth of one of the sort of top pilots of the deck talking in my ear about what the deck was all about and why it was constructed the way it was. Creeping Chill numero uno. There is now a prized amalgam. But they cannot attack. Actually, looks like they got choked up pretty quickly here. I believe they enjoy pepperoni stick. Slim Jims are very, very salty and very, very like processed tasting, I guess I would say. They sort of have that long, the long strips of meat and sometimes the long, thin sort of pockets of fat. I would say Jack Links are generally a higher quality. Not that they're necessarily a better product, but they are a higher quality product. There's a conflag. So this is one of the cards that can kill us eventually. We have to watch out for how many Creeping Chills we get hit by and how many cards in hand they have when the conflag comes up. Wow, I never knew that, Afeno. Slim Jims are naturally grown on the Slim Jim tree, and they're actually a berry. It's a meat berry. I'm a meat ball. In the words of the great Meatwad. All right, so we're basically hosed here. I suppose the best thing to do is play the Magus, because it blocks the Ox, and it puts them in a sort of awkward spot with all of their creatures here. Meat berry. I'm a meat ball. That's a great Meatwad quote in an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where he definitely says exactly that. I'm a meat berry. They have enough to pay if they have a land. Well, no, they don't. And more importantly, I have a Ghostly Prison. So if they choose to pay for all their creatures, they can't attack with them. What I need to dodge is... yeah, but I have a Ghostly Prison. So what I need to dodge here is the conflag. No, I mean, they can do that all they want, but, like, taxing their mana any amount. See, they're not going to choose to pay any of this. They're not. They don't care. They're going to try to kill me with conflag and finding the last Creeping Chill. And there's just nothing I can do about that. The only thing I can hope is that they don't play a land this turn and they opt instead to use Loam to try to get as many lands as possible in hand. And so they sort of overcommit. But if they only have the one conflag, I think they have only one Creeping Chill remaining. That is correct. They only have one Creeping Chill remaining. So I could go to 8 and they have to be able to conflag me for 8 or more. So that's not impossible, but a little bit unlikely. It's also, again, it's very hard for them to attack me right now. Very, very difficult. So could oust myself to gain life. It's not actually worth it at this point, but it might be next turn if I survive that long. So I'll mess with their green mana. Fortunately, Oust is not an instant, so... fairly likely to die this turn. Maybe I should have ousted my Magus here. We'll see. We'll see. They need to have a land. They need to cast the Loam and have and cast the conflag. It's asking a lot of their mana this turn. So consistent land destruction effects from this point may actually not be the worst idea. They pay for the Narcomoeba. I wonder if they're going to try to attack me for 1. If they are, I'm going to bolt it. They paid to keep a Narcomoeba. That's so wild. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm okay with it. Please pay to attack me. Please pay to attack me. I am so excited. Yeah, I don't care about these this game. They have 5 cards in hand, yeah. They just played the fetch. They are in fact attacking with the Nargamoeba. Yeah, I'd really rather not take the one. Thank you very much. Get out of here, you little nerd. Sweet, merciful prize amalgams. Sweet Enola Gay, son. All right. One of the big problems is they're not actually decking themselves right now. So I kind of got to get something going on that's better than what I've been doing so far. Do they have a loam in the yard? Yeah, 2. They had 3 earlier. Oh, 3. They have 3 loams in the yard. 3. And theoretically, they still have another Creeping Chill in their deck. Now, they could draw it. Is that a second conflag? No, it's just the same one. No, there's 2 conflags. Shoot. All right. They dredge here. They fetch here. Then they're going to pick up... So there's 6 cards. They're going to go to 8. They're just trying to whittle you down to 9 then. Yeah, I think so. Seven card hand with loam in it. So I really need to hit Boom Bust here, is what we need. Yeah, I understand. They go up to 9. Yeah. Yep. Well, they're not conflagging this turn, so, and they're not attacking either. All the taxing effects in the different directions are really messing with them, I think. So I can just F6 on this turn now. They're just not even bothering to bring back their blood gas anymore. All right. So next turn, Boom Bust puts us in okay shape. But I think this is the turn where they can try to go for it. So I just need them not to hit the Creeping Chill this turn with their dredge. They have 9 cards left. Maybe the Creeping Chill's already in their hand. This might be the ultimate Dirtle deck. It is. It is. It has almost no win conditions in it. We are likely to bring in the Stormbreath Dragons. We're definitely bringing Rest in Peace. Pretty sure we're keeping the... We're going to go up to the 4th Ghostly Prison. Pretty sure we're taking out the Bolts and maybe some of the Ousts. Maybe all of the Ousts, to be perfectly honest. But Suppression Field for their fetch lands will be good in game 2. 10 cards in hand. Conflict for 10. They could. Yeah, it looks like it. So we're going to go to 1. And then it's going to depend on what we draw, but we're likely going to oust our Magus because they might be counting on... Yep, there it is. They might be counting on... So we'll see what we draw. But they might be counting on being able to mill over the Creeping Chill for the kill here, and we're going to gain 3 life. So maybe we get away with this one. Unfortunate, but that's fine. That's all we can do. All right, I'm at 4. Enjoy, opponent. I should have kept the land in hand in case we drew the... Aren't we just dead to the loam and conflag? No, we're at 4. If they do it over multiple turns, yes. So we might be. It does not say what they dredge there, but since they milled 3, I'm just going to assume it's life from the loam. Yeah. So we're at 3, they have 3, or we have 4, and they have 3 cards in hand. I assume they will be able to kill us this turn, unless we have Boom Bust. That's not Boom Bust. All right. So let's make sure that they do it. But we got them to use 11 minutes of their clock this game. They mill the Creeping Chill. Okay, we're super duper dead. They are at 0 cards in library, though. Worth pointing out that was very, very close. I'll just let it resolve. I'm F6'd. Think about boarding while waiting to die. Exactly. The harder thing for me to figure out is what I'm boarding out, but boarding in is pretty easy here. Tons of excellent cards in our board here. I think I want, so for sure the Rips. Suppression Field good, bad against Dredge. I'm not sure. I think it's okay, so maybe we'll board 1 out. I've seen Jeff do that enough times where he'll keep 2, but he'll board 1 out. I think I want the Ghostly Prison, and I think I want the Stormbreath Dragons. Spot removal out. Yeah, that was my thought, because these can all go pretty much. And then I don't love the Dark-Dwellers, but maybe they're fine. Trinisphere might even be okay, because it really messes with their loams and their other stuff. I don't think that I'm going to do it, but just worth thinking about. Don't think I want this many win conditions, so I'm going to bring the 3rd field back in for the 2nd Goblin Dark-Dwellers, but I think it was worth looking at. That is not good enough. That's probably good enough. Keep this bottom the Pillage. Yeah. Put them most to 5. 4. Oh, I just have this Flagstones of Trokair. I can't, my deck doesn't cast anything with that. What? Yeah, no. Nope. Bad opponent. Oh. Well, we're not playing that this turn, but we will play it next turn. If I may borrow the vocal talents of the great David Spade.
Boom, baby!
Now, if they go Black Source Thoughtseize, I'm going to be a little bit upset, but not a Black Source. I think we'll do it again. Boop! Go ahead and say this one's done. Probably. Probably. Hello. I mean, they probably will eventually have something on the order of what's the card? Nature's Claim. But not at this rate. Dear opponent, feel free to waste as much time in this game as you like. I'm okay. I can take it. Eventually, they could have end step Nature's Claim into Cathartic Reunion, which I would not be a big fan of. They'll be able to muster G. I mean, they can do it right now, right? End step Nature's Claim into Cathartic Reunion. Calling it now. 1. Because they had a fetch land in play. I couldn't shoot it. Alright, close enough. This is fine. It's not a problem. It's just they mill life from the loam. And they have another land. Yikes. Alright, well, let's dig for stuff as quickly as we can. I mean, I get to take them off all their lands here, which is not too bad, but
boom, baby.
aw, lonely little Shriekhorn, you little cutie. Modern's degenerate. Look at this board. It's like I'm playing Vintage. My God.
Who goes out on Mondays?
Yikes. Mills of Creeping Chill. Sure. I guess they're looking for Dakmor salvage? But they have to take natural draws from here. They have to find lands. They cannot win this game without any lands. One, two, three, four, five, six. They have 7 lands in their graveyard already. It's pretty good. I'm just going to keep passing right now. The only thing I would need more mana than this for is Monstrous on Stormbreath Dragon. So if I draw Stormbreath Dragon, we'll play Inspiring Vantage tapped, play the dragon, crack them, and then the next turn play the Cataracts, Monstrous, and kill them. So, because they're on 7 cards in hand. Okay. They're trying. That's a great draw. Thank you, deck. Thank you. You always know what's best. You little Dickens, you. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, you said earlier, Roy, that this is like the ultimate Dirtle deck in Modern, but it is very elegantly designed in that there are 16 land destruction spells. That is more land destruction spells than many Modern decks are playing lands. Or mana-producing lands. So it really, you know, it is a beautiful... it is a beautiful piece of construction that it is... As much as like Wilderness Wreck is like the ultimate Modern control deck, and like Hammer Time or something like that as the ultimate Modern aggro deck, it's just so streamlined. Okay, so we're gonna Valakut Awakening everything away except for Mana Tithe and Pillage, I guess. Molten Rain? I'm not sure. Probably Molten Rain. I mean, it does do some damage. Yeah, the problem with most other Ponza decks is they get distracted from trying to bury their opponent, because they think, oh, it's modern, like I have to do other stuff, and it's like, no, just absolutely bury them, and you can win with anything. It's the I tapped wrong, but it's probably not going to matter. It's the classic thing of they banned Dingus Egg to hose the land destruction decks, and because they were like, oh, you know, Dingus Egg is how the land destruction deck wins because it's destroying your lands, and then it puts Dingus Egg into play, and it's like that's not why it's winning. The reason it's winning is it's denying you all of your mana. That's why you're dead. It's not. It doesn't matter what they use to kill you. They could use a grizzly bear if they wanted to. This deck uses a 2/6 must be an Ox of some kind. I don't think there's an actual like I don't think there's an actual like standardized creature that people think of when they think of a 2/6, but I'm assuming it's some kind of Ox. Yoked Ox, something like that. So if I'm supposed to discard to hand size, do I just pillage their Shriekhorn instead to just put them on 0 permanents? Pretty sure that's the answer. That's Pox and Mishra's Factory, exactly. Yoked Ox. No, but I mean, like... I do know that card exists, but I'm just saying, like, something like that. We're not tapping out. Listen. Just get out of here. 0 permanents for you. You know, bless my opponent for staying in this, right? I mean, they're really... they got the tenacity. My opponent's going to go places with this kind of grit. This is true grit. Sure. Why not? Flawless victory. I mean, yeah, that's pretty close to a flawless victory, huh? Because we're at 18, but I think it's all self-harm. Yeah, we could do that, Roy, but I don't know if I want to give up the information that I'm playing a second Magus. I want them to think it's just the one. I don't know. I probably should, honestly, because we're about to go to 5. No, it doesn't really help me, does it? Might as well, though. Magus Squad in color. Look how many upkeep triggers my card has. Look at all the text. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That record is no longer accurate. Where's the thing? So we want Gemstone Caverns. Can't remember what Jeff takes out. I want to say it's a Battlefield Forge. Second Magus. I'm not beating that guy. I mean, the first one was rough, but the second one, there's just no way. Maybe it's Cataracts? No. Yeah, maybe. I think I want Cataracts more in a game where I'm boarding in the boarding in the rest in pieces. After that game, it really feels like I want Trinisphere here. I can't take myself off that many turn 2 plays, though. We should splash blue for Force Spike. Ifeno, I hate to break this to you, but we're playing Modern, and it's not legal. Somehow, it's not legal. I know. I'm with you. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, it is in 7th edition, but 7th edition is not legal. It's I know. It's just one of those travesties because there's so many modern players I feel like who just don't know what force spike is, and it's like, how is that a thing? I want to do something like that. Do something like this. I do something like that. Oh, I know. I'm aware. They've put it in the modern border. But as we all know, the modern border doesn't mean modern legal. We have plenty of commander sets to prove that. Oh my god, it's a turn 0 force spike. It doesn't have anything else going for it. Shoot. They snapped off their 7. Yikes. The power of memes compels you. Oh, it's so... I wonder if they'll scoop. I feel like the Ghostly Prison into the Valakut Awakening is going to buy me the time I need. So I'm keeping it. I'm aware it's not a great hand. But we get to exile Sacred Foundry. We have Inspiring Vantage. We have the turn 0 Mana Tithe. So there's lots of things we could top deck that'll make this hand phenomenal very quickly. It's also a lot of air, so. If they have Cathartic next turn, I'm gonna let it go. I don't like it, but I'm letting that one go. Spike it. Nah, sorry, Georgie boy. I know we kept for the tithe. I know. I'm aware. But the dream is dead. You dreamed a dream. So we're gonna bust him here though on turn 2. And oops, sorry, not bust. Boom. So we top deck the boom just like I thought.
Boom, baby!
And this means they can't Cathartic this turn, which means that we can spike the Cathartic next turn if they have it. So I understand that you're all disappointed, but I mean, look at this board state, you know? I mean, in its own way, everything's going according. Not mad, just disappointed. That's mom for mad, Roy. It's mom for mad. Picks up Loam. Yeah, they did do. Okay, well, I wish that they had not played a fetch there, but this is okay. If they ox next turn, I get to tithe it. Magic as Richard Garfield intended, with land destruction. Yes, he did do. He did. 100% included much land destruction. That's a lot of lands in their graveyard already. Okay, they milled 3. Oh no, they milled 2. That was Dakmore Salvage they just picked up. That's a little sucky. Okay. I'm going to ship the Ghostly Prison and the Stone Rain here. This probably seems a little nuts, but there's so much land destruction in this deck, and the Ghostly Prison's not that good at the moment. The Mana Tithe, I'm really counting on it. There we go. Well, that worked out nicely. Killing the Dakmore Salvage right now has basically no value. So, we're going to do this. This could go sideways very quickly if they just like play Life from the Loam with 1 mana up. Yeah, the Ghostly Prison's good. We need to find a Rest in Peace is what we really need to do. Mills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they picked up a Stinkweed there. Good. Good. Yeah. Good. Glad they haven't played another land yet. Hopefully they play Loam here. Because if we force spike the Loam, that's going to mess with their turn. They didn't bring back the Bloodghast. This is not Magus of the Tabernacle. You can bring back your Bloodghast. It doesn't hurt you. Please just play Loam. Do not play another land first. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Play Cathartic Reunion. They must be playing Cathartic Reunion because they're taking so long. Loam. Eh. Hopefully they don't have another land in their hand because I'm going to take them off the Stomping Ground right now. Maybe even 2 lands. We'll see. Shit. Okay, I would like to top deck a land. Top deck a land. Top deck a land. We got a top deck a land. Top deck land. I can take them off their green, which is probably good enough. Yeah, Boom Bust into draw a card is probably what we're going to do here. I'm just saying taking them off of green is probably good enough. So we're going to hold priority. So if no one's ever seen this play before, we hold priority, we target Sunbaked Canyon, we target Stomping Ground. Now, you're going to know that you're holding priority properly if you tap your stuff and it goes to your pool. That's how you know you're holding priority properly. So we pay our 2, this goes on the stack, and the reason we're doing this way is we float a mana, and then we sack the Sunbaked Canyon, we remove one of the targets, and Boom Bust is aware that it had 2 targets, and it goes, well, I'm going to do the best I can, sorry coach, and I'm going to go, you know what, Boom Bust? That's okay, that's okay. Hit the showers. You played hard today. You played hard, you know? And I'm proud of you, bud. Proud of you. So proud of that little Boom Bust. Oh! Wait, but they top decked it. They didn't pick up the Loam. I don't think they have a Loam in their hand right now. There's 2 in their graveyard, probably not. Ooh. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. They didn't play the Loam. I don't know why they wouldn't. They can pay for a force spike. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No. Stop. You don't have the Loam. You don't have a Loam. You don't have a Loam in your hand. There's no Loam in your hand. Ridiculous. Stop it. Stop it. Venno with the quality yo, opponent, just attack. Treat yourself. You know. What are you doing over there? Treat yourself. Sure. I would like to go second main phase. Fair enough. Suppression Field. Exterminate. Exterminate. They mill themselves very well. Weird game. Alrighty. We're getting to it. We're getting down to it. Let's get down to business to defeat the Dredge. Yep, they can do that. They've got a conflag, but they don't have double red. Ayo! No more spells for you. Get out of here. Now, they could just find lands. They could just mill Bloodghast, but they need to pay for the Shriekhorn. Second Forgotten Cave into play. Yikes. So they do have 3 mana going on, but they have no green, so that's not bad. We've got a lot of time here to find something. That's a good one. Yeah, I would prefer that you continued not playing spells opponent, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, we got 11 minutes off of them in game 1, so that's pretty important. Because that was one of the things I was talking to Jeff about during when we were streaming together on Friday, is that you just got to learn the mechanics of Moto a little bit better, because the game decisions on the side of the board are not always super difficult. Can we draw a relevant card in 5 turns? That's the question. All right, so they have to pay for that, but they can, unfortunately. All right. Oh, shit. They're going to have to pay 3 for the loam. So this is a stay of execution. Okay. Shoot. Oh, maybe they're out of fetchable green sources? Nope. No, they're not. Damn it. Oh, come on, deck. You can do it. You can do it. You're going to be great. Tremendous. Fantastic. Okay, so that was them picking up the loam. Well, it's not the controls, right? It's the rules. I mean, you have to play your game within a reasonable time span, which is accurate to Paper Magic for anyone who complains about Paper Magic versus online Magic, which some people do. Boop. Oh, we're tithing it. Are you kidding me? We are 100% tithing that card. That would have been... Hey-oh! All right. All right. How fast can this kill them versus... the king. The king is dead. Long live the king. Like 100% sure it's probably wrong to attack there, but... Correct. Yeah, Ifeno, that's absolutely correct. In some senses, the chess clock on Moto is actually more fair than Paper Magic. Shoot. I think if they just dredge X and then they just cast Conflag on me, I die here. So let's see what they did. Did they pick up Loam or did they pick up Conflag? Or did they just play the Conflag? So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we could just be dead here. Shit. It was really, really close. Oh, escapes Ox. Oh, this could be really bad. Because they could mill a bunch of Creeping Chills. Well, we never found a... Yeah. Yeah, we're just dead. Are we? Well, we're not dead. But we will be. I guess if I top deck a Rest in... No, because they're going to have multiple Prized Amalgams coming back. Shoot. What can I get to get out of here? Is it... Oh my god, double. Oh, no, we're just dead. Shit. Alright. Alright. Very, 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 very close one against Dredge. They got pretty lucky to pull out of that one. But I don't feel bad about that. It was fun. Good, clean match of Magic. But yeah, the chess clock on Moto is absolutely more fair in many respects than in Paper. The problem with the chess clock on Magic Online is the client in Magic Online is biased towards certain cards because it has to be. Like, so for example, in Paper, if you know what cards you want to exile with Uro, or if you don't care, it takes you about 0 seconds to do it. You just grab them and flip them out, right? But on Moto, you have to click on them, and there's a whole bunch of interface lag that happens on every single click. And if you click too fast, it just eats your inputs. So, the Moto clock is more fair, the chess clock, but the interface presents problems that are sort of quite disconnected from the rest of it. Anyway, pretty good match there against Dredge. It was very close. Yeah, cat combo, exactly. I mean, it feels like most people scoop to cat combo, and cat combo doesn't actually take that long. World Gorger Dragon combo, on the other hand. What's up with the Nakatl War Pride? Simply skilled is my opponent. Oh, the first cat you remembered seeing. Gotcha. First card you remember seeing was a Future Sight card? Lucky you. The first cat card. Alright. Alright, opponent, bring it on. First combo involving a cat. Oh. Is there a combo with Nacatl Warpride? Luris. So, I probably can't keep this hand. Yeah, I can. That's nonsense. There we go. That's a good one. 2 lands. 2 removal spells. Too many Stone Rains. So, let's ship to Pillage. Pillage has a little more flex, but let's ship to Pillage. Alright. That card plus a menace effect. Ah! Goblin War Drums. Good old Goblin War Drums. Oh, it's taxes! Oh, it's not taxes. Oh, it's hammer time. That's beautiful. I've already got a lightning bolt and an oust. Great. Stoneforge. Stoneforge. So we want to find a So we want to find a suppression field lickety split. Not that I have any control. We should be fine as long as we keep them off 2 moving forward. Yeah, in theory. But I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty quickly going to hit 3 or 4 mana, so sure. That your creature does not have haste. Do I kill the Stoneforge now? I think so, because I don't think they have any haste creatures. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Maybe just oust the Stoneforge, and then on turn 4 they could replay it, but... Yeah, well, so I definitely want to get rid of the Stoneforge. I'm just asking myself whether I want to bolt it or oust it. You don't like ousting it, it's too valuable to replay. I suppose so. The real reason I'm going to kill it is because they don't have any creatures with haste. And so they can't really do anything valuable with this next turn, so I just go tap Sacred Foundry past the turn. Hopefully the turn after that we just start stone raining them. We'll see how many lands they have in their hand. I really hope they don't have a 3rd. It's not super likely. I'm gonna dodge them top decking the 3rd. What is this? What took them so long to cast? Oh no. Main deck Thoughtseize? They're considering the Thoughtseize, but they probably have Pure Steel. Thopter, sure. Cast Colossus Hammer? Okay. It has Flash, fair enough. Can I gamble on destroying one of their lands? Just oust the Thopter. That is a horribly inefficient turn. Horribly. Yeah. I think what I really want to do is Stone Rain the Plains. Yeah, we absolutely lose to Double Hammer, but I think that's where we're at. And I think if they don't have Double Hammer, we could... Yes, they could one-shot us. They have fetched up one hammer. So if they have a second hammer, we could die for this play. But I honestly, at this point, I don't think slow rolling it any more than this is going to do us much better. So. Because next turn we have Oust plus Molten Rain. Yeah. I'm taking the risk, is what I'm doing. I'm taking the risk. They take the risk by playing the deck. I'm taking the risk. I don't see why we need to take this risk, because I don't think I win the game by wasting my turn just casting Oust here. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think that is a winning proposition. Giver of Runes. Got it. I guess we disagree on how valuable the Oust is. I think what we're disagreeing on is how likely I am to die. Okay, so I have to take an amount of damage here. 1 is the least. 1 is the least. They can't even equip the Paradise Mantle anymore. To be honest, there's also hidden value in removing a creature equipped with hammer. A hammer that's already on the board is much less scary. Right, so they have a Colossus Hammer, or they have a Sigarda's Aid in play. That card is currently dead. Okay, that is not the Ornithopter I put on top. So their next card is a blank. It's a second Ornithopter. Unfortunately, my entire hand is blanks, but you know, I can't control that. This turn they drew the Ornithopter. Yeah. So if they get a Pure Steel Paladin, they have plenty of artifacts going on, but that's unfortunate, but it's fine. Hits the land. Yeah, they use it to equip, not surprising. We're just going to take another one here, probably. Plays a second Sigarda's Aid, sure. Good top deck. We're holding on to lands in hand for a Valakut Awakening if we hit one. Mother Trucker. Okay, so they could play Pure Steel Paladin here, but we have Mana Tithe to shut it down. Devil's Child does not want to sleep. Yikes. Sorry, bud. Dark-Dwellers? Boom bust. Yeah. Alright. Wait, doesn't that make you the devil? We're 0-1. We lost to Dredge in round 1, but barely. Babble. You got it. You got to babble. We have 5 turns, folks. 5 turns. We could draw a Lightning Bolt at any point and take the Giver down. Third Sigarda's Aid. Love it. Alright. Alright. Do I take away their clock or their mana? So, if I get rid of the Giver, they'll be able to recast. I'm taking down the Thopter. I know this means I'm on a 4-turn clock and I could die for it. I also know that if they top deck another land that they could just re-equip immediately, but they just drew a Thopter? Because they didn't... Uh-oh. Oh, no. Not Memnite. Magus off the top. Or Ghostly Prison. Okay, deck. This is literally the last chance. If I don't hit anything now, I'm just gonna die. Okay. Come on, deck. You can do it. Flooded a little bit. Just a little bit of flood. Just a poquito. Alright, so Trinisphere is the play this time. Plus Bolt. And Ghostly Prison and Suppression Field. I like those things. Don't like that one. Keeping only Dark-Dwellers here seems insane. I guess Tithe, though, is not normally super useful here. Although we're going to be on the play. So, 2 more cuts. How good is Stormbreath? I don't think it's that good here. I think so that so the thing is, our prison strategy is excellent against them. We need to survive their early onslaught, and then we need to just shut them down. And we were 1 Ghostly Prison away from that game being pretty much locked up. So cut an Awakening. We'll bring in 1 Trinisphere. All right, I'm gonna try it this way. I don't know if this is correct, but I think this is pretty good. Let's get Boom Bust on the play. Yeah, I think I take this. This time we have the Valakut Awakening to fix all our sins. Opponent mulls to 6. Cool. I don't have a Lightning Bolt. What are you talking about? That'd be crazy, Lightning Bolt. Who plays Lightning Bolt? That's it. Alright. It's not too bad. If they take the Molten Rain, I will be enthused. Okay. They do take the Bolt. Yikes. But that is the effect we sort of have the most of right now, so I think I'm okay with that. Sure. Giver and nothing, please. Excellent. So let's take them off their redraw. Seeming Spirit Guide, sack it. No! We won't be able to Pillage and Bolt this turn unless I top deck a red source. Which is kind of frustrating. But good sign. That's a good sign. Especially if they get Paradise Mantle. If they get Paradise Mantle, I'm going to be a very, very happy camper. If they straight up just don't have a land drop this turn, I'm a happy camper. Gets Colossus Hammer. It's a sign of weakness, opponent. It's a sign of weakness. Roy, do you smell blood? I smell blood. Oh, hold on. Don't need to do that. Yeah, you know what? What if you didn't have permanence? Does anyone I don't know if this is okay. I feel like my opponent might have some problems here. Not sure what exactly, but I feel like this game is a little unbalanced. Finds the bubble. Damn it, where's our suppression fields? Permanent is really a subjective term. Oh my god, so many Memnites. Alright, we're gonna pass the turn here. There's a chance we just Valakut Awakening away all these cards. In fact, a very high one. Can't believe OP missed 4 land draws. Neither can I. It's wild. It's just wild. Did someone cast a Sinkhole? Can I get a price check on Sinkhole? Any order, please. Yep, that's okay. Now, if we could just hit... so let's cycle this. I would very much like to hit... Oh, sure, I'll take that. I would like to find a... I would like to find a Ghostly Prison, thank you very much. They are playing fetch lands. They couldn't have found a fetch land there. Ugh. And I actually don't have double red at the moment, which is kind of frustrating. I can fix that, though. It's a good thing I'm not playing Rest in Peace this game, huh? Eh? Anyone? Eh? Alright. Move it along. Move it along. Move it along. If I die to these 2 Memnites, I'll be a little bit upset. Poquito. For the record, did not board out any of my Maguses. I boarded out the Dark-Dwellers, and I only have the Stormbreaths. But I have an extra Ghostly Prison in here. Ghostly Prison. So, this is egregious. This is an unacceptable situation. Paradise Mantle. Hey, Albino Snake with a Prime Gaming sub. Thanks, friend. I think we're gonna Mana Tithe this, because I think the telegraphs that they... I had the Suppression Field. I didn't need to do that. Someone asked for a price check on Sinkhole. I did. I did not need to Mana Tithe that, because there's a Suppression Field in play, so they can't do the thing. Alright, I'm gonna go for the negligible deck thinning here, because I'm gonna pretend that it matters, because I'm in a very frustrating game state. And I think I've already cast my 1 Valakut Awakening, so. Okay, deck. Listen, I'm getting a little serious. We're drawing so incredibly well. I mean, we're trying. Okay. I hit a land. That land does not have any special abilities. It really doesn't. Am I pillaging a Memnite? I'm 100% gonna pillage a Memnite. What is this? What are you trying to do? They tried to animate it. That's not a thing. Also, it still would be a land. It's still land. Literally on there, my friend. Okay. So we're pillaging a Memnite. Listen. I don't wanna hear your eyes of judgment there in the chat. The greatest moment in this deck's history was when we pillaged the Memnite. Hashtag ban the Memnite. It's a 0 mana creature. It's so obnoxious. I can't believe it's legal. Okay, they haven't cast anything on 1 mana previously. Hopefully they still don't. Okay, that can't equip. Okie dokie. So there's nothing more for Flagstones to get out of my deck. So we're just not gonna do that. We already cast our 1 Awakening Leviathan 102. I sideboarded out the second one. We have no basic planes. We just have 4 Sacred Foundries. Every land in this deck produces red. period. I boarded at the Second Awakening because I was boarding in more prison pieces, and apparently this is what happens. You get killed by a gosh darn Mem Knight. You cannot activate that, friend. Although I appreciate that you were about to discard to hand size. Except for Cataract. True, true, true. We can activate our Cataracts to draw a million. Are you serious? Is this really going to happen here? I have so much spot removal in my deck right now. I have all my spot removal in my deck. Plus Ghostly Prison. Come on now. Don't do this to me. Good God. Took you long enough. Doesn't even permanently solve the problem. He'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. Don't worry. Mem Knight's coming back. We gotta draw a Pillage by the time the Mem Knight comes back. Oh my God, I don't believe it. Okay, come on now. Mem Knight's coming down. You have to be kidding me. All right. I don't believe it. Unfreaking real. And we weren't really like that far away. God bless it. Did I have 4 Ghostly Prisons? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I had like 9 outs in my deck there. Unreal. Oh my God. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. I mean, super, super fun, but oh my God. Couldn't we have come out on the plus side of that one, please? What if we run some number of Fulminators instead of Molten Rains double as threats later in the game? They would also dodge Force Negations. Interesting choice. Or Stone Rain, right? Because we're already in on double red on almost everything. So, that's an idea. Not getting to hit basics is poop. Yeah. As long as Veil isn't big. Of course you would think that. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. I think it could be fun. I think it's worth trying. Maybe a 2-2 split on them or something. Cavern. It's goblins? Dryad. Oh, of course. This is one of the not so good matchups. Okay, so play a tap land. Pass the turn. Suppression Field, Pillage, Pillage. That's the plan. So unless they come out super quick, we might be okay. What up, serial murderer? Oh my God. Please no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, I don't want to look. Oh. I love hearing the Titan players tell me that, like, oh, that turn 2 stuff never happens. It just doesn't happen that commonly. I swear to you, if you watch this channel enough, you will see it happen every time. Every time. Oh, it happens, baby. Proud to turn to her. Oh, no, it's just... But it's like a lot. Like a lot. Like, it's not a very small percentage of times. Like, it really does happen a quite intense... Oops, I hate magic. I won't be having fun. No, no, no. I would never play that opponent. I'm playing something so much worse. My deck is based off of Shouldered Whispering, One Grave Betrayal, and Nyx Lotus. My opponent thought I was on Oops. That's fair. It's fair. Very nice. I hate Oops, I hate magic. Me too. I'm not going to tell my opponent I also hate their deck. But I really do. I hate Amulet. I really, really hate Amulet. Fulminator being instant speed would be good against Amulet from time to time. I mean, do you have the Titan? Oh, I didn't know you have the Titan. Holy crap. Okay. What are you doing? They won't play into a Fulminator. That's pretty marginal. I mean, yeah, but it's already not a great matchup, and I think the Fulminator idea is definitely worth testing. They're showing off. Are they really showing off? I hope not. I'll be very upset if that's the case. No, they're not showing off. They didn't have... They needed all the mana. They needed to filter it. Yeah, they had to transmute. They weren't showing off at all. Okay, so bolts are generally poor. Yeah, it's like, so someone was saying they won't play into a Fulminator, Fenno says, but they don't always have the choice not to play into it, right? Like that's just not, I don't think that argument actually makes all that much sense, because there are times where they can't not, they must play into it. It's not a choice. So I think it is a relevant thing to think of. I think I want the Stormbreath Dragons here, because they fly over. Sometimes we can close out a game. You don't think Fulminator being instant speed is too relevant? No, it's definitely relevant, because if they have an amulet in play and then they've got a bounce land in their hand, right? The fact that you can do it in the middle of their turn, so they play the bounce land, they get the untapped trigger, and you just kill it in response, and they still have to bounce a land. You're locking them out of that. And so they can't, yeah, like they can't, while they don't have to play into it, they can't make that play anymore, which is super relevant, right? It's like saying they still have the card in the hand because you have the meddling mage in play, but they get to keep the card in the hand for other things. It's like, I guess so, but it's not super relevant, right? They want to be using it. All right, no, that's not what I meant to do. I want as much land destruction as possible. I don't know that I want many suppression fields, but I definitely want to keep some because they're probably on Karn. Maybe we'll just go... So I guess 300. 300 is the cap, Roy. Maybe we don't need the prism. Maybe we will cut an Oust. Yeah, cutting an Oust is fine. The sorcery speed removal is generally quite poor. If their hand is not insane, this hand is good. So let's keep it. Triple Stone Rain and enough lands to cast it. They keep their 7. Gosh darn it. Combo decks that can kill you on turn 2 aren't meant to be able to keep their 7s as well. And they should not be able to go off so hard in the late game. Oh, just everything about Amulet annoys me. It's just way too good at everything. It's fine. It's fine. Let's focus on the fact that hopefully they're just going to play a tap land here. And we're going to eat them alive. And they discard a hand side. Woohoo! I like all the non-Amulet Titan decks. I find those to be very interesting to play against. Like the blue-green Titan deck I enjoy playing quite a lot. And I haven't played the green-white one, but I also enjoy playing that deck. Or I think I would enjoy playing that deck. Playing against that one is like reasonably fun. They're very, very, very good, but at least you get to play Magic most of the time. Yeah, green-white one is just great. I'm definitely pillaging that. That's my second basic. Oh. It was in my hand anyway. Nothing I could do about it. They didn't snap it off. They lulled. I say yikes to them. I think we're gonna beat them. Opponent says, I expected nothing else. Curse word. It is bleeped out by my Moto client. I mean, they kept their 7. They kept a very slow 7. I did not do anything relevant till turn 3. OP really playing into you here. We got him. We got him. We found the line. What it was is they just got outplayed. I mean, I don't really think that they thought I would take the line I played. Thanks for the follow there, Colbege. He said make way for Willie. I mean, come on now. Do not touch Willie. Huh, good advice. I wonder if opponent thinks I'm going to run out of land destruction at any point. Are you done? They're not done. All right. I wonder if they're literally sitting there going, I want to see how much they're playing. They have to run out eventually, and we did. We did. Am I going to play this Stormbreath Dragon? I don't think so. I don't think I want them to know that I have a secondary threat. We've got a Mana Tithe here. I cannot imagine. I wonder why they kept. Because I assume they had something to do with 3 mana. And once they start making multiple land drops, they're probably generally quite safe from this. They concede. They didn't concede proactively there. They only conceded once it was, quote, over. All right, so we get to swap out a Mount Ann for the Gemstone Caverns. Or, sorry, Mount Ann. Right, but I maybe they didn't realize how much land destruction was coming out because they killed me. They killed me too fast in game 1. They didn't really know what I was going to be doing. All they saw was a Suppression Field, which they did have to transmute for 5 mana through. But yeah. All right. I think I'm fairly happy with my boarding here. So we just need them to not draw a quick hand. We also need to mulligan to a fairly aggressive land destruction hand here. We have to have something on 2 of some nature. Like this hand, not good enough. They snap off their 7 again. Holy yikes. All right, going to 5. Okay. All right, this could get the job done. It really could. Someone voted for Roy. Yikes. Perfect draw. Now they will not see the telegraphed Mana Tithe. Leviathan knows good business. Leviathan knows good business. Frustrating thing is if they play a Dryad, it's too early here, and I can't counter it. They do not play into the Mana Tithe. Interesting. I wonder if they know. I bet they do. Ah! Why are you always late? Always late. It's fine. It's fine. The Mana Tithe is going to slow them down enough that they're going to get wrecked by Boil. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. And then we get to pillage their omelet, and everything is going to be delicious. Delicious. Do it. Do it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love you, Mana Tithe. You little bastard. You sneaky little bastard. Can I pillage the Castle Garenbrig here? I think that I can instead of the omelet. I know it's not as good, but Pillage the omelet? All right. I just, if they get to a Titan without playing the Dryad, that's really bad for me. Getting the green source is generally good. It depends on how well LP knows the matchup. Yeah. I'm going with my gut, and I'm stopping them from getting the Titan. Because the amulet doesn't do that much. Again, that much. I've seen, I saw Jeff lose to amulet and 1 Karoo. Or was it 2 amulets and 1 Karoo? I saw him lose to that in the late game. Yeah, exactly. That's how the amulet player beat the man, beat the big boy playing this deck, is that they just always kept their bounce lands in their hand and killing the amulets. Jeff, his name's Jeff. The master is Jeff. Okay. Well. Oh, Steve. OP has Steve. Yes, OP has Steve. Crack it now, forever hold your peace. Well, actually, they can pay for it. But they won't be able to haste a Titan here. Yeah. Well, there's nothing I can do to stop the Titan happening here, so we just have to hope that they don't have it. They don't have it. Not necessarily, at least. Oh, God. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Son of a bitch! Ah, I hate this deck so much. And now they can pay for the battlements if they have the Titans. Son of a bitch. Oh, maybe. Maybe it's the Dryad. Motherfucker. God damn it. Sorry. I apologize. We lost we both lost both the other matches, which were like really brutal, and then we're here losing this one in similarly brutal fashion. That has haste. It's over. God damn it. God damn it. I mean, we lost to unbeatable situations. We didn't. It's the problem with this deck is there's just so little choice we get to make that it feels like it's always just down to the top of our deck. But it takes long enough that for me it's very painful. Could have let the Dryad resolve. I know, but. Right, but the way that was going to play out, I feel like they would have been able to get the Titan down really quickly. They have a clock on board. I don't mind them having a 2/4. Maybe that was the right way to take that game. I don't know. Just relying off the top of your deck. Not. I mean, maybe that's true. No, we did lose to Memnite, but that was like horrible bad luck, right? It's just been a rough league. All right. Let's bottom the Oust. Hope I don't regret it. Sure. We have no information from our opponent. Other than they kept their... Uh-oh. Well, we have Suppression Field, which is usually very good in Flooded Strand matchups. They also will likely pick us on burn from the get-go. Hoping to see a main phase spell out of them here. Well, we'll see. If it's a blue deck, Tithe gets more awkward because we have to hold it up on our turn, which is nowhere near as good. Yep. Oh, maybe they jam a Ren and 6 here? Unless it's Spirits. Not with Catcher Triome, it's not. Don't pass. Ren and 6. Ren and 6. Come on. Do it. Do it now. Right. Exactly. Boop. Got him. The boops are the best. When you get to boop someone, it's the absolute best. I adore it. I really do. This deck has the high highs and the low lows. Okay. Well. Nobody said playing this deck was going to be easy. Well, I did. It's straightforward, but it is not easy. Boop. So no Uro coming back this turn. Are they gonna force me? That could be really bad. They did force me. That is really bad. Although they're not necessarily able to easily put a card in their graveyard. Good. Hey, Blitz MTG with the sub. Love to see it. Ding 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 ding. All right, opponent. Cryptic me. You know you must. Look into your heart. You know it to be true. Come on, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card. You want a cryptic. 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 Let's go.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
One more. Ah, stop it. Stop playing with my emotions, opponent. Ah! No, I can't pay for that. Friggin' nerd. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. Oh, you think you can escape your Uro now? You don't realize all the things my suppression field is taxing, my friend. This baby gets you coming and going. Well, I'm the tax man. Whoa, I'm the tax man. If they have cryptic, they still can't do it. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. They can't cryptic. I mean, they could, but they still can't dodge the Mana Tithe with it. Come on, come on, go for it. It's so safe. What kind of madman would play 2 Mana Tithes? 2. It's nonsense. All right, deck. All right, deck. You're doing it. You're doing it. Come on.
Eat the pudding, 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 eat the
Do
pudding.
it.
Okay. And then we gotta get to work.
Brace yourselves, people. Oh, the whole league was worth it for that. Nice Uro deck. Sure. I hope you have more lands. Nope. But neither do we. All right. Boom bust. Off the top. Oust. Ooh, sorry, bud. It's not so good. Well, we had our fun. I'm ready to die now. Oh, oh my. Well, I'm ready to die now. So, if I draw Stone Rain, Molten Rain, etc. Oh, I guess they could have a 4 CMC spell here. Hope it's not Jace. If they... Oh no, Jace would be hilarious because I have Suppression Field. I mean, not hilarious, but not that good for them. But if we draw a 3 CMC Stone Rain style card, probably play the next land to dodge a mana leak. Also helps play around a remand. Like that one. So putting on 0 green seems like the thing to do. Which was the style at the time. Don't have another Cryptic. There's no way you play more than one. I mean, what kind of madman would play more than one Cryptic command? It's just not good. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Got. Come on, baby. Hit me with the good stuff. Oh, no. Ah! All right. Well, can't win them all. We played around the mana leak and the remand appropriately, but we just got crushed. Crushed by the Cryptic. Oh, man. If they hit field, they start making zombies already. Guess that means they have more lands in hand. Maybe? Not sure how you would have come to that specific conclusion. Five mana Field of Ruin activation? Sure. Not sure why that happened. Oh, do they need... Oh, shit, that's Uro. We do have an Oust, so it's not too bad, but... Oh, sure. I guess so. You should know, Roy. Not most people think as quickly of as ridiculous technical plays as you do. So, even if that was the exact situation, they probably just counter drew anyway because they didn't think like whether or not to play the Cryptic was a bigger decision than how to play the Cryptic. I just hope we win a match. Well, I hope so too. But some days there's nothing you can do about it, and that's okay. We're just rolling with the sort of red-white feel of it today. Unfortunately, they have a second Uro in their graveyard right now, so... But on the flip side, we are brutally clocking them. They're really taking their sweet time on everything. Cast Force of Negation. Oof! We could play another league with the Fulminators after this. Yeah, I don't hate that. I'll be back while they start killing me. But yeah, we could do that. We can do that. Alrighty. Oh, there's an Omnath. Oh yeah, we're super duper dead here. Maybe if we had top decked Boom Bust, but oh, thanks, Abstract Dramatic. I do what I can. Your chair looks like it would hurt your ass quite a bit. It does, McDerp. I was considering investing in a better chair. It actually doesn't, if anyone was concerned. No, it doesn't. I'm in reasonably good shape. I run 5-6 miles 3-4 times a week, plus workout a lot of the time, so I don't know. I'm used to it. I'm a professional drummer, so I'm used to sitting on a little stool for like 4 hours a day with both my legs like off the ground most of the time during that period, so you know, it's part of the job, I guess. I think we'll go down Ghostly Prison, go up on Suppression Field. Rip is one of those interesting things here. I almost think we could bring in all the rips for the ousts because one, it shuts down. What kind of kit? I do have a Thomas Star Classic Maple, but it's just been in storage the whole time. Most of the time I'm playing for the cruise company I worked for, and in those situations we were playing electronic drum kits. We did have Roland TD50s, which are 100% the top of the line, like craziness. But you know, it's a really good electric kit. As far as electric kits go, it's good, and it looks impressive, which is important for the sort of audience engagement. Let's see. Are these them? I think these are them. Yeah, it's really, really tricky. I got so lucky. Yeah, this is the kit we play. The hi-hat's very, very dynamic. The ride cymbal is super, super dynamic, which is cool. It's a really good kit. All right, 61 cards. Okay. It's very interesting boarding for me. I'm not sure if it's correct, but that's what I'm going with. Oh man, that is not what I want to see. I want to find a Boom Bust, but Are we in the hand sucks keep mode? I don't think so. Yikes. Second land makes this so reasonable. And they kept their 7. Why? Alright. I don't know that I have the strength to play this deck. I really don't. I don't know if I can do that other league. I don't know if I can deal with the constant disappointment, the incredible lack of what do I want to call it? Agency. It's very, very difficult for me. It feels like we just have non-stop no control over our hands. And they just played the fetch land out, so even if I was willing to risk the turn 2 Boom Bust here, we just get eaten. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe should have played the Valakut Awakening here tapped. The Valakut Stoneforge, I believe. They're going to Growth Spiral. If they get all islands, we could end up coming out. No, Catcher Triumph. Opt? Nope. Strange. They shocked the breeding pool for nothing. Very odd. What do you have going on, opponent? What do you have going on? You must have something. What does that mean? It cannot possibly mean what it looks like it means. You have the other land. Okay. Jesus. So the reason I'm doing this is I want to force out some amount of counter magic if I can. Maybe I should have just jammed the boil there. I'm not sure. So I definitely should have jammed the boiled there, huh? Son of a bitch. Just didn't pick up any of the things we needed here, huh? Guess we could draw off one of our Sunbaked Canyons and then Valakut Awakening at the end of their turn. If they interact with it, maybe we get to mess them up with Boil. Still jam it. Well, I want to find a Suppression Field before I do that. Because Suppression Field will shut down their Ren and 6 if I can get their mana low enough. Jeez. Oh! Oh my god, it's so punishing. Like, just non-stop back to back to back. Brutal. Alright. Apologies, y'all. This is just a travesty of a league. I might have to do this again some other day. I just can't get it together. A lot of our previous ones, it felt like I was making all the right decisions. We were just getting punished by percentages, but this is, I think I punted just all over the place this match. My Pause and Legacy was running 6 legal. Well, that's totally different, right? I mean, I say totally different. Obviously, it's not totally different, but that's, I mean, I think that's different, but yes. I do know you are a fan of Ponza decks. This means field is coming in. We can respond to the field with Boil. And hopefully... This is on their turn, right? So we're only killing 3 lands here? If they get the wrong land with this, has to be Hallowed Fountain, right? I brought out 2 Ghostly Prisons because Ghostly Prison into Boom Bust could be reasonable here, but again, we need to we need to have the Suppression Field to stop this Wrenn and 6. And I brought in all 4. I just couldn't find them in all my mulligans. No, just 3. Shoot. So maybe I should have had the 4. Stomping Grounds, sure. Okay. So I think I'm shipping just the Boom Bust because I need to hit. I might need to have a land for the. It just doesn't matter. Wrenn and 6 has gone on too long. They've escaped. Boil with Hour on the stack? Yeah, maybe. Maybe, yeah. The 2 zombies didn't matter at the end there. What mattered is that I wasn't able to find anything useful that whole match. Like, we need the enchantments to make our land destruction more valuable. It just doesn't. This deck works because of the white enchantments. The reason that other Ponza decks don't work is because they don't have these white enchantments that act as like a virtual mana denial. The Suppression Field in particular is incredibly impressive when it comes down early. What's a good tribal deck? In Modern? Oh, no problem. No problem, Jeff. Like, we just had bad breaks. It was like the night you streamed, we had you on my stream, right? We went 3-5, right? We didn't make a lot of bad decisions. The deck just couldn't pull it together. And that's fine. It's just hard for me to deal with this sometimes because it just doesn't feel like I'm making a lot of interesting decisions. And like sometimes we are, but a lot of the time what's happening is our opponents take forever to figure out what they're doing. My turn takes about 3 seconds and I have to suffer through waiting for my next draw step. And then we die. When we played against the Hammer Time deck in round 2, I made, especially in game 2 where I got hit by a creature with a hammer and I made a gamble that could have lost me the game on the spot. Instead, it basically locked the game up, except it didn't. They played 2 Mem Knights and they just killed me with them over like 10 turns. And it was like, what the hell? In general, Humans is one of the best tribal decks out there. It's not doing so hot in Modern right now, but Humans is very good. Goblins is fine in Modern because it's a combo deck with a reasonable mid-range plan. Elves, for some reason, has been having an uptick. Some people are huge Merfolk fans. I'm not so much, but Merfolk are fine. They also have a combo version, Splinter Fin. And then I'm trying to think if there's another viable tribal deck. Not so much. Okay, so this is our concession match. We are going to concede, but we'll play it out first. Shamans is spicy. Spirits is usually pretty good. I hate Spirits because it's just like a brutal tempo deck, and I really hate playing against them. It's super frustrating. But it's good. Ooh, mill. Yikes. Yeah, I think Elementals is super sweet. Elementals is an awesome deck. It's just not too good. Playing against Blitz. We're not playing against Blitz. We're playing against Hemsley. Dude. Do you like any creature-based decks? I like Humans. I don't play it very often, but I like it. Because all the creatures are basically spells. I think I like Death and Taxes. Yeah, I like Eldrazi. I mean, it's not... Eldrazi plays like 12 creatures, right? Plus the Walking Ballistas. Opponent says 1 sec, screenshotted that one, the Mana Tithe. Love it. Golf Pro won the best. You have a question. Question away. What's more important, kill the crab or kill snow-covered swamp? Let's kill the crab. Laid down for a nap and it was suddenly midnight. Yikes. I like Pestilence Spirit, but I don't know a good tribal with them. You could probably play some kind of 5-color spirits deck. Whole pack of gummy bears? Yikes. Oh, shit. Well, hopefully they field aggressively here. They do. Perfect. Get out of here, you little crab. I will enjoy my free mana. Oh, thank you. Dude. Archive Trap. Oof. Do I want to Valakut Awakening first? I don't see... Oh, there's a Magus in my graveyard already. Let's Valakut now and see if we can save one of our win conditions. Hey, we did it. Opponent with the Ancestral Recall. Oof. Maybe we can kill their Oboro here? Yeah, they didn't play land. What is happening? Surgical's Boom Bust? Good, I don't have one of those in hand. Hopefully I don't have a second Surgical. Please no. We got Dark-Dwellers next turn. Oh. Well, we can pillage that. There are pillages in my graveyard, right? Yes, there are. Good. 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 Goblin Dark-Dwellers in attack mode. I do wonder if it's more important to take them off of their blue mana right now. They can't currently force me to search, I don't think. I'm gonna take the gamble. So Dark-Dwellers kills them in 4 hits. Even if the orb stays in play, all I have to do is attack with it. I'm taking off the blue mana now. Hopefully that is the right choice. 17 cards in deck. Plays Polluted Delta. Gosh darn it. Black has the removal. They don't have removal for Goblin Dark-Dwellers, he says like an idiot. I know they have Drown in the Lock. I was just really like, they play like 4 Fatal Pushes, but they don't always play the 4 Drown in the Lock. I mean, that'd be crazy. All right, we're going to check our graveyard in a second and find out if I have any win conditions left. Also, which one we do have left. Goblin Dark-Dwellers, we've got 1 in there. And just the 1. I know there was a Magus. There's 1 Magus. Okay. That's actually pretty lucky. Drown in the Lock is a great card. I agree. I like it a lot. I'm gonna draw at the end of their turn. Does mill count as crab tribal? Kind of. I think. Glimpse the unthinkable. Son of a bitch. Ah. How would chat feel if white got a mana leak style effect? White has multiple mana leak style effects. Do you mean like mana leak? I'd be okay with it. Oh, I like drawing lock in Nim, is it? I don't know if it's that good, but I like it. Mord, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Ousts. Sensei's Mordekaiser. No, Mordekaiser is the true Niv Sensei. Zanman's the crazy dude. Crazy dude hanging out in the corner and like huffing glittering wish. Yeah, Mordekaiser likes to hang out here. Yeah. Yeah, Ghostly Prison's no good here. Thank you. Good catch. Good catch. Get these bolts back, probably. No, Zanman's not great. He's not drunk. He's very, very good. He just comes up with a lot of crazy ideas. They're usually quite good, though. Okay. Defense grid might be worth having. Yeah, actually. I don't think Boil is worth it. Yeah, I know Rest in Peace does do that, but it shuts off my Dark-Dwellers. Yeah. Well, Boil in the main deck is not that crazy as a one-of. I played Magus as a one-of in the main deck. I preferred that. Hand's perfect, keep. Okay, we do have to be careful about if and when we search with a Flagstones, but Suppression Field is very good against this deck. Very good. Because they want to be fetching as much as possible. The crab. All the crabs. No Mesmeric Orb there was great. I have no cards in my graveyard, so let's see if they've got some kind of counter that's not drawn on the lock. Sure. Show me the fetch land. Oof. Okay, well, it's not a blue source. Yeah. You get to see the Mana Tithe, but I'm going to Valakut away my whole hand here, so... That's probably right. Also, they searched my deck. I didn't search my deck, so I'm pretty sure they don't get to trap me there. Pretty sure. Yeah. That's super frustrating. Well, that's a yikes. All right, we're getting trapped. If we're getting trapped, we're getting trapped. Oh, if they have trap, then they can. They'll be able to eventually drown my dragon. Ah, probably should have pillaged them this turn. It's my fault. I swear I have played this deck better. I swear I've played in general better. It's just, oh my god, it's so hard for me to prioritize this deck sometimes. Sometimes it feels like I have to get a clock in to play faster. Sometimes it feels like, well, they've already gotten too many resources going, so I have to do something other than taxing their resources. Like, oh my god, every time. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know, rough go. God, flip it. I'm so done. I'm done. Sorry folks, apologies, just, I don't know, just not well suited for this one, I guess. You took all my good luck yesterday. No, that was a punt. Like, it was like, that was a punt, and all the things that happened there, every single thing that happened there was because of the one stupid decision I made, which was, instead of pillage their black source, but they would get to search their library with the flooded strand, I decided to put my 4/4 clock into play because I was worried about killing them before they played something like Mesmeric Orb and just slow roll milled me out. Because they already had established enough mana to do that. So I made a series of decisions that put me in the bad enough spot that all of that happened. Because without those archive traps, their Visions of Beyond wouldn't drove them 3. They had 2 archive traps. I mean, it was just like the exact opposite there of what I was doing in against Hammer Time. Against Hammer Time, I'm like 100% sure. No, I'm not streaming another league tonight. Definitely not. I feel a little bit sour. Lines of this deck are trickier than seen at first glance. I don't think so. I know what I'm supposed to do, and I just chose not to do it because I thought that it wasn't right. So case in point, what I did in match 2 against Hammer Time was absolutely 100% correct, where I hedged on just take them off as much mana as possible in the early game, and don't worry if they combo kill you. If they combo kill you, like, I had a reasonable out for them hitting me with a hammer, and if they hit me with 2 hammers, well, I wasn't really going to beat that anyway. Like, letting them establish more mana was just going to mean that they were going to be able to get the hammers together and kill me that way. Anyway, yeah, very, very tricky deck. I'll probably end up posting this anyway, just because it's a very, very good deck, and it is important to see all the wrong ways this can happen. And I think it's important to see the right decisions can still lead you down a road where you end up dying to 2 Mem Knights. So yeah, big thanks for everyone for hanging out tonight.
Meanwhile,
big thanks to Blitz and Albino Snake for the new subs. I will try to take it easy. I'll be back tomorrow streaming maybe some Chrono Trigger. I'll do Chrono Trigger tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday. One of those days I'll be doing Chrono Trigger instead of Magic, because I would like to play through that. But we'll be doing mostly Magic all week. At some point I'm going to do a night of song requests and vintage, probably 2, because on Saturday I got to play the Mana Traders. Well, I don't have to, but I'm going to play the Mana Traders vintage thing, so that's going to be great. See you, Abstract Dramatic. Interesting to see me play it. Well, I felt like, Steve, that, and I said this to you, I definitely said this to you, like, it takes a great tenacity, it takes a great strength of will to be able to play this deck properly, because as happened with me, I played the first 2 or 3 matches really, really well, and then I just kind of got tilted by the fact that people pulled out of everything that I was doing. Like, it's so the way that the draw has to come together in this deck is very you need a lot of mental fortitude to make it through the rough patches, and you got to know you played the percentages right. But that doesn't mean it's not worth doing. Trying to look for someone who's playing a good format. Someone's playing Vintage, but their title is Vintage is lame, so I don't want to send people to them because that sounds lame. You're lame, nerd. Doesn't really seem like there's a lot of people going on. So I'll just send you guys to the Vintage person. Oh yeah, of course. Thanks, Jeff. And yeah, thanks for everyone for tuning in, and that's all there is to say, I suppose. Alrighty, rating Geeky Jackson, who's playing some Vintage. Hope that they are a good human being, because I have no idea. Enjoy, folks, and we'll see you again.